18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Keep that stinking dog off the yard. Too much pissing on the yard. Hello everybody, how you doing? King Ding back here, and I'm just getting ready to enjoy a victory cigar. What victory, you say? Well, look, training camp has started and the Eagles are already winning. So come on in, let's smoke this stogie, because in actuality, I have some Eagles important rumors that we need to discuss right now. Some little breaking rumors type stuff that I think you'll like. So come on in, let's light this bad boy up. Woo, that's good. It's been a long, long time since I had one of these things. Whew, I like it. Tastes good. For those of you that don't know, this is called the Victory Room, otherwise known as my garage. This is where we come out and we talk about the Eagles after they win. We smoke a victory cigar and we enjoy the night. Now, the reason I'm out here tonight is because of a report that has surfaced from Jason La Canfora, who said that he expects the Eagles to make at least 2 trades during preseason. Now, this is Howie Roseman's MO. This is what he's done in the past with Bradford. Last year, he did it with Jordan Matthews. He loves to make trades this time of year, and Jason La Canfora is basically saying it's going to happen again. Now, he has a really good relationship with Howie Roseman. He has reported a lot of things that have happened for the Eagles, so I definitely believe in this story. Now, I had done a part 3 of my Eagles training camp preview, which I talk about trades. So, with this story breaking tonight, I decided to come out here and kind of redo it with, a cigar, because I think we're going to have a lot to celebrate, personally. Whew, it's going to be fun. But when you really look at it, and you look at the 3 guys who have been at the head of all the trade rumors in the offseason for the Eagles, which one of those guys do you think is most likely to get traded? The first guy and the least likely would be Brandon Graham. Now, Brandon Graham is in the last year of his contract. He wants a new contract, and I don't think he's going to get it because I don't think the Eagles can afford him. When you count his age and that kind of thing. So some people have speculated maybe the Eagles would want to trade him. I think that's the least likely guy to get traded, okay? And personally, let me say this. I haven't always been a biggest fan of Brandon Graham. He's won me over the last 2 years, and the play he made during a Super Bowl, in my opinion, is deserving of a statue built. A statue showing that play, memorializing that play should be done. The one where he had the fumble and Tom Brady double moonwalked his ass. That's the one I'm talking about. Tastes so good when it touches your lips. And I have a neighbor, for those that don't, I have a crazy neighbor that likes to go and take the dog and pee and poop in everybody's yard. Everybody's pissed off. I chased her off a couple weeks ago. Haven't seen her lately. But what are you going to do? Now, speaking of trades, the one guy who's been probably in most of the trade scenarios is Nick Foles. With Carson Wentz looking healthy, looking like he's going to return week 1, it would be interesting to see if he's the guy the Eagles look to move, and if they get a Sam Bradford type situation. Now, I would say there's probably a 50-50 chance that this happens. I think there's about 50-50 chance they would move Foles. I think all the stars would have to align, and that would be the only way that this happens. If somebody gets hurt, something like that, it might happen. Why not? You never know. And then, I would say there's like 50-50 chance that this happens. And then when you really look at, I'm just going to get into it. The guy that I think is most likely to get traded on this team, that is a significant part of the team, is Ronald Darby. I think Ronald Darby, being in the last year of his contract, the emergence of Sidney Jones, who can play inside, he can play outside, and then also with Devontae Bosby being such a factor and looking like he can play a slot, They may move Ronald Darby, and I think this is most likely scenario to happen. So I would say that if anybody gets traded, I'm expecting Ronald Darby to get traded. Of course, there's other guys on the team who may be second stringers, third stringers that could always go. You never know. But in terms of where all the rumors have been this offseason, it's been Brandon Graham, Nick Foles, and Ronald Darby. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Ronald Darby. That's what I'm betting my money on. Ronald Darby gets traded. Now, where and who and what, that's the interesting thing. Now, I wouldn't be King Dingbat if I didn't throw out one crazy idea. At least just one crazy idea to you, right? But what if, hear me out, what if the Oakland Raiders situation with Khalil Mac continues to be a problem? What if they can't sign him? What if he's not willing to bend? And what happens if this continues to go south? What would happen? Would they get to a point where they're like, you know what? We got to just move on from this guy. If they would, this is where I would try to get Howie Roseman to go ahead and make something happen. I would go after Khalil Mac. And if I have to package Brandon Graham to do it, who I'm going to let walk anyways, I would do it. Now, I'm not saying this is likely or going to happen, but look, if Khalil Mac is not happy in Oakland, I'm sure he'll be happy in Philly. Now, they'll have to pay him a lot of money, and that's the big problem for the Eagles. But I say find a way to do it. Do it. Because Khalil Mack is a stud. Now, that's just me speculating and throwing something out there. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But what if? What if somehow Howie Roseman could make this happen? If anybody can make this happen, it would be Howie Roseman. Would it not? So I'm saying, Howie, hey, if they're not happy with Khalil Mack, we'll take them. And personally, don't even trade Brandon. Keep Brandon Graham for the year. Keep him and bring Khalil Mack anyways. That we already have the best defensive line in football. Let it just keep beating. Just keep beating. That's just me throwing out speculation. There's some other guys and there's some other positions that are probably more likely to receive help. Probably that defensive tackle position. They could always trade for somebody because we don't know how long Timmy Jernigan's going to be out. You never know. That linebacker position is not really, it's pretty thin, really, when you consider that Jordan Hicks always seems to get hurt. They may look to bolster their linebackers, but Jason La Canfora thinks that they're making at least 2 trades. I think they're making at least one big trade. I think one big trade is coming. Now, the most likely scenario is it's somebody we don't see, somebody we're not thinking of. It's somebody that nobody knows is on the trade block, or the Eagles have not reported, or no rumors have been out about this person. It's somebody that's going to blindside us, and we're going to be like, wow. Just like when the Eagles went ahead and got Jay Ajayi. That was like blindsiding. Nobody saw it coming. That's what I kind of expect. But the Eagles they're looking to make moves, man. They're looking to make moves. I love this team. Did I tell you guys that? I love this team. I just love everything about this team. And I know that there's a lot of non-Eagle fans out there that think that we're just, cocky, arrogant Eagle fans who don't know how to handle winning. But the truth of the matter is, this team is something special. There's also reports, get this, there's also reports that Dallas is showing Dak Prescott Carson Wentz tapes and how to act and be a quarterback because he don't know. That's how great Carson Wentz is. Dallas wanted Carson Wentz. They had him at the Senior Bowl. They wanted him. They were all in position to get him, and then the Eagles, boom, trade up and stole him. That's what really happened. They settled for Zeke Elliott. Hey, great player, but they would have took Carson Wentz, no doubt in my mind. Can you imagine that? Go on, Edge, coming out. This is the first stogie I smoked in months. I usually don't smoke when it's this hot. It's very hot out here right now. The garage is hot. I have the door open. People are walking by looking in and saying, look at this crazy guy talking to himself. I'm sure the lady will be going by. This lady, for those that don't, this lady is like a crazy neighbor. She goes around with her little dog, and it poops and pees in everybody's yard, and she has a flashlight, and she looks for things to write them up for the homeowners association. Yet she lets her dog poop and pee in everybody's yard, and people get pissed off. They put signs, and I'm always chasing her off. And during my Victory Cigar videos, she's always around and always interfering. So that's where that comes from, if you want to know. But it's a good time. Good time to be an Eagle fan. Now, for those who are wondering, my Eagles training camp preview video, this is part 3. The video I was going to do was basically talking about different scenarios. With this breaking rumor tonight, I'm going to go ahead and make this part 3 because I think something's brewing with Howie Roseman. Something's brewing. Trades are coming. And I want to know what you guys think. Who would you like to go out and get? What kind of trade would you like to see happen? I would love to know, because to me, we have Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman is the best GM in football. He makes trades that nobody sees coming. All the trades that people say, that doesn't happen, that shouldn't happen. Those are the trades that Howie Roseman makes. That's why I love the guy. Now, I also want to shout out Dave's Quest. Now, he's a viewer, he's a subscriber of mine, and he's the first subscriber that I've ever met that knew who I was. Out here in the Sacramento area, people don't know me. People, they don't know who Philly 500 is. So he was the first guy, and I was talking to him earlier, and I just want to say shout out to you, buddy, and I appreciate you watching the channel and you being a viewer. Man, you're the man. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and thank everybody for that. But it's going to be a great season. The Eagles are going to do some great things. The cigar is about done. I'm about done. I'm going to go upload this. Then I'm going to go probably to bed. And then I'll have a video out tomorrow when it comes to the 53-man roster prediction. But look, Eagles are getting ready to make a big move. This is not just me saying this. This is also being reported now. So I think something's up. Expect something to happen. With that said, I hope everybody has a good night. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.